Today on Ballistic BBQ, I'm going to be cooking up Sonora style hot dogs on the Lone Star Grillz grill and smoker. Let's get going. Sonora hot dogs originated in a city in Sonora, Mexico called Hermosillo, and eventually they were brought to Tucson, Arizona, where they are very, very popular. Much like the TJ dog, the Tijuana dog, or the LA dog as we call them out here in California. Very similar in the fact that they're wrapped in bacon and the toppings are a lot alike, but the buns are really what set these apart. We're going to kick this off by just wrapping these hot dogs in bacon. And I've already have these three wrapped, as you can see. The key is you want thin, long bacon strips if you can find those. So, you know, if I'm buying bacon, I'm usually looking for the really good stuff, the thick bacon. These, you want that really thin stuff that is a pain in the butt to grill. Just wrap it around the dog. And you can put toothpicks in these if you want, but I like to just sort of lay it down where the flap is down first, and it'll kind of sear and hold together. Sometimes they flap loose a little bit, but it's usually not that big of a problem. All right, like I said, we're using the Lone Star Grillz grill and smoker. Let's get rocking. So here's my setup today. I've got the Lone Star's plancha, flat top griddle, whatever you want to call it. And then right on this side here, I have pinto beans warming and a makeshift bun steamer. I'm running the plancha at like a medium-high heat, lump charcoal, and right now that's where my dampers are setting, and I'm using that as a warming station on the other side. Dampers are set basically the same, and the charcoal grate is all the way at the bottom. And here's what my bed of coals is looking like. Like I said, lump charcoal. And lump charcoal. So I'm going to kick this off with some lard. This is beef tallow. Normally I would use pork lard, and I thought I had some, but I was mistaken. But Sonora has actually some pretty good beef, so I'm sure they'll be okay with this. Yellow peppers are much like jalapenos. So for a steamer, I have a skillet here. I have a rack covered in foil, and it's filled with water. These are the buns I'm using. It's a bolillo roll, and I slice it down the middle, but not all the way end to end. So it's just got an opening like this. Put those hot dogs down. I'm going to try to cram one more bun in here. That'll work. Along with these peppers here, going to grill up some really thinly sliced onion. My patio's tilting a little bit forward here, so I'm going to utilize a little of this kind of a puddle of tallow here to keep you guys fried up really good. Hit these onions with a little adobo. The nice thing about this grill is you can, elevate or lower that charcoal grate. So you have a pretty decent amount of temperature control here. All right, the hot dogs, onions, and the peppers are all looking really, really good. I'll take one of these buns out of the steamer here. Nice and soft now. What I'm going to do is lay it open like that. And this is Oaxaca cheese. It's very similar to a mozzarella cheese. We're going to toast this on both sides. All right, you can see nice and melty cheese. Let's get one of those bacon wrapped hot dogs. Some of that grilled onion. Those pinto beans. So I'm going to go ahead and get this off the pit, prep the rest, and then we'll finish them up at the table. All right, now to finish this off, some fresh chopped onion, so on top of that grilled onion. And some very finely diced tomato. Then we're going to hit it with some mayo. Line of mustard. Now in Tucson, you're going to see like a jalapeno salsa that goes on it. This is a jalapeno salsa, but it's a jalapeno avocado salsa, aguacate. This is one of my favorite salsas. Finish this off with some of those yellow peppers. And there you go. And I give you the Sonora dog. These things are smelling so good. They're amazing. I've had them. They're amazing. And they're very messy, as you could imagine. And I'm going to take my gloves off because I wouldn't be sitting at a stand in Tucson, Arizona wearing gloves. All right. Look at that. They're very pretty, I think. And these bolillo rolls, they're steamed soft and then nice and crisp. People are going to ask, so I don't forget, because I did already. I'm just using Bar S hot dogs. I'm just trying to keep it legit, you know. It's an affordable dog, and it's, from what I've seen, you know, in LA and, you know, the street dogs, very popular brand for the street carts to use. And also, because I'm sure there'll be comments, there are variations of the Sonora dog throughout Tucson, throughout, you know, Sonora. A lot of them are just steamed, and the buns, and there's no toast to them. This is my personal preference. I like it because it compacts it just a little bit, makes the bun a little bit more manageable as far as the breadiness. But I also like the crunch. I like the smell I'm smelling right now, and the warm feeling on my hand. It's just an overall, my personal preference. I like them toasted. Cheers. So good. These rolls, they're from a Mexican bakery, and they're not using any preservatives, any additives. It's, I think pork lard in here they're using. They're so good, just so fresh. So I absolutely love bacon wrapped dogs. I mean, who wouldn't? The beans add something different texturally and flavor-wise. You watch some of the stands and some of the restaurants in Tucson making these, and there's definitely variations on how much beans are added. A couple of the restaurants are really piling them on. A couple of them are just adding them as a condiment, and that's kind of where I was going. I didn't want the pinto bean to dominate this. I wanted to accompany the hot dog. So, you're getting that hot dog, that savory, salty hot dog with that bacon wrapped around it, and it's hot temperature-wise. Then the fried onions, again, they're soft, and also they're warm temperature-wise. Then you're getting all those cold veg, that finely diced tomato, really cool, that crispy onion, and it's all just playing very well together. Then you can already see, that that mayo and all that, salsa and everything, mustard, has blended together, and it makes for a nice sauce, and it's mixing up with the tomatoes and everything in there too. I think my next door neighbor's dog smells the hot dogs. And then we have these beautiful yellow peppers. Again, very similar to a jalapeno. You go to any legit Mexican taco stand, taco joint, taco cart, they're going to have things that accompany your tacos, or in this case, your hot dog. And a lot of times it's going to be, a grilled pepper, grilled jalapeno, pickled hot carrots and onions, grilled Mexican green onion. It's very good. It's definitely more mild than, the jalapeno. Grilled, it just takes on just a beautiful texture. Anyway, this is a really fun video. I love cooking on this grill. It has an upper shelf, an upper cooking grate that I removed for the video just simply because, it would obstruct the camera's view. But had I not been shooting a video today, I would have been utilizing that thing because, with the lid open, you can just use it as a kind of a warming station. So you can put your buns up there. You can cook the already cooked hot dogs or hamburgers, whatever, up there. Keep them nice and warm without further cooking them. So this thing's awesome. I get asked all the time, the grill smoker or the El Patron, and it's such a difficult question to answer. I can say if you're looking for something primarily as a grill, I would probably lean towards this just because there's so much real estate on here to cook. The El Patron has a lot of features this doesn't have, and it does some things better, but it's just really a toss-up. I would say if you're more of a griller, I would probably lean towards this. But again, it also smokes very well, as I've done it on video. Anyway, see you in the next video. For those of you wondering, this is Jarritos. It's just a Mexican soda, and it's really good. Anyway, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subbed, please consider hitting that sub button, ring the notification bell, thumb it up if you liked the video. Hope you did, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.